Begin tonight with the continuing effort to develop a plan to improve the quality of life and recreational opportunities in Bluefield, West Virginia. There are multiple projects unfolding in the city, but they continue the push to have people who live within the city limits to share their ideas. Our Clayton McChesney explains that city leaders are putting together an event to do just that. Here are the suggestions from the people who have the most to gain from these upgrades.
The upcoming Bluefield Comprehensive Plan Open House Workshop will provide a showcase of all the planned changes in the city of Bluefield, with the community invited to take part. At the Bluefield Arts Center, members of the community will be able to stop by various stations dedicated to each of the projects the city is working on and talk with key experts involved in the project and give feedback in a relaxed environment.
This is kind of the contract, right? Really, for me as the city manager, once the comprehensive plan's done, that's what the board signs off on. It's really a report card of projects and efforts that need to get done. So we really want buy-in from the community. We want their input. So it's really a mark for the city to drive in a certain direction to get things done, and there should be milestones and checklists.
These projects include housing, infrastructure, and downtown revitalization, including what's in store for the 400-block demolition, and much more. Marson says he considers one of the most important of the plans being discussed to be the plans for the youth programming, with planned improvements taking place at the city park and 2 other parks as well.
But all these things are done part and parcel with guidance from our residents of like, what do we need? What do we need to attract families to come from the outside to move here? And what do our kids in the area need to enjoy life here and, quite frankly, keep them moving in a positive direction productively.
Marson says the city has been working on this plan for more than a year, with this being one of the last steps in finalizing the plan before it is brought before the city board. Here for you in Bluefield, West Virginia, I'm Clayton McChesney, W.Va News.
All right, thank you for that, Clayton. Now, if you'd like to take part, be sure to add this to your calendar. It will be at the Bluefield Arts Center on Thursday, June 6th, starting at 5 p.m. It should wrap up around 7. Light refreshments will be served. Ben?